Okay, imagine for a second everything that the authorities told us about the MSU nationally televised campus mass shooting. Throw that out the window. Okay, let's say you don't believe that one shooter could accomplish this route without being seen by anybody or being seen on security footage, okay? Now just imagine if there had to be two shooters. And now keep in mind, the guy is not seen on surveillance camera. That was the big problem. They couldn't find the guy, the fall guy, McRae, okay? They couldn't find him anywhere on surveillance. So now just imagine if there were two shooters. Okay, what's the best way to blend in with the crowd of responding? It's all responding police officers. Well, you wear a police uniform. That's the best way to fit in with this story. Okay, because think about it. If there was two shooters, which there, by the timeline events the authorities provided, there had to be laws of probability, deductive reasoning. Tell us there had to be two shooters. The fact that they weren't seen on surveillance footage, the fact that there's no picture or video released of the shooter for over 3.5 hours, tells me their plan right away didn't work. Their plan was to have McRae take the fall. That was the plan right away. But something went wrong with it, okay, where they couldn't get maybe the timeline or the timestamps to match up on the videos. Maybe that's what took so long. Okay, and they thought it was going to be easier. But just think about that for a second. How would you get away from a double shooting? But you'd blend in. If there's no reports of anybody being seen leaving those buildings with a gun or entering with a gun, well, then, number one, they were either already in there through the tunnel system. Remember, there's an underground tunnel system that connects this entire county, specifically Michigan State University campus. There's an elaborate tunnel network. It's like an underground city. So that's one way that two shooters can move around without being seen. I mean, I've seen the lights on in the tunnels myself. Uh, it's just there's no motive that they give for McRae at all. And the way he got off campus, I mean, he would have to be seen by somebody. And if they made it out to seem like he was out to get MSU, he wanted to make a big deal of it. And it was because he got beat up by some MSU students years back. Okay, but so think about if you're an active shooter and you want fame and notoriety for doing the act. Well, you're gonna either kill yourself or you're gonna go till the end at the scene of the crime. But that's why I don't believe their story about McRae. Is just common sense tells you if it really wasn't just one active lone shooter, I mean, he's gonna go until the end. If he just did some crazy act, I mean, he's not gonna want to get away with it. He's gonna think there's no way I'm getting away with this. People who think they could get away with stuff like that, they're in law enforcement. As sad as it sounds, I know there's good cops, but for that story to unfold, okay, then if you watch social media videos, there's not that many of them because it was pre-planned. What I'm getting at with the social media videos is you can go watch many shootings on YouTube in crowds. People disperse. It's like a frenzy. Okay, they run in every which direction. Wherever their flight is telling their mind to go and bringing them, that's where they're going. They're not running in herds like whoever posted these social media videos of students running with officers in like herds. That's not natural human behavior for an active shooter. That's staged, planned. It was an act. Like they're acting. That's what I wanted to get out of this video.